a database of culinary secrets from a whole continent.
Wow.
That's what we're looking at today, the Asian Food Composition Database.
Yeah.
It's more than just ingredients, right? You gave me some articles and summaries.
Right.
It's like nutritional content, cultural context.
It's a lot of information.
Even environmental impact.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting? The South Korean RDA, the Rural Development Administration,
Oh, wow.
they're spearheading this whole thing.
I wouldn't expect that from a government agency.
Well, they've been, at the forefront of agricultural research for decades, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're sharing that expertise with other Asian countries.
Yeah, they're helping them build their own food databases.
Wow, that's amazing, especially for those who don't have the resources.
Exactly. Think about Bhutan.
Bhutan.
Yeah, such a unique culinary heritage, but there's not a lot of scientific data
Yeah.
on their traditional dishes.
Right.
Now they can preserve that heritage and maybe even unlock new nutritional insights.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to see why this is so cool. But one thing that keeps coming up
Mm.
is standardization.
Yes.
I get why it's important, but can you explain why it's crucial to this database?
Standardization is key. It's like, trying to build a skyscraper without making sure all the bricks at the same size.
Okay.
Without standardized data, researchers can't compare the nutritional content of, let's say, rice in Japan
Uh-huh.
to rice in Thailand.
Yeah.
You'd be comparing apples and oranges, literally.
So everyone's speaking the same language
Exactly.
when it comes to food data.
And that's how we get those fascinating discoveries.
Like what?
Like researchers comparing sodium content of different soy sauces
Different soy sauces.
across Asian countries.
Wow.
Huge variation.
Really?
This is valuable stuff for food labeling and public health initiatives.
Yeah, that's a great example. But who benefits besides scientists?
Yes.
Is this something I can use? So this database, it's way more than a list of ingredients. It's a deep dive into Asian cuisine, standardized so we can compare and discover. But my brain's trying to picture how it's all organized.
Okay.
It's 900 foods from 15 countries.
Right.
Are we talking about a giant spreadsheet?
It's structured really well.
Okay.
They've broken it down into 20 food groups,
Oh, wow.
like broad categories, grains, veggies, meats.
Like a grocery store?
Yeah, exactly. And within each group, there's subcategories.
So it's user-friendly. I could browse it even if I wasn't researching nutrients.
Absolutely. It's designed for both experts and foodies.
Really?
Yeah, like say you wanted to explore different noodles.
Noodles.
Yeah, across Southeast Asia. You could navigate the database, find info on everything
Wow.
from nutrition to cultural context for each noodle type.
That's amazing. How much information are they tracking for each food?
Well, each food has 16 categories of data.
16 categories.
You've got your macronutrients, vitamins, minerals,
Okay.
amino acid profiles, even things like waste rate.
Waste rate.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that in a food database.
It's important for understanding environmental impact.
Oh, okay.
How much of an ingredient is consumed versus discarded
Oh, I
during
see.
preparation.
Okay,
For example, fruits and veggies have a higher waste rate because we peel and core them.
that's true.
This helps us make better choices about food,
Yeah.
sourcing and consumption, reducing waste, improving sustainability.
That's really cool. It shows how interconnected food, culture, and sustainability are. But we keep saying this data is available to everyone.
Right.
Where can I find it? Is it hidden in an archive somewhere?
Not at all. It's on the RDA's website.
Seriously.
Anyone could explore it.
I'm bookmarking that right now. Beyond curiosity, what are some real-world applications?
Oh, the possibilities are vast. Researchers are using it to study dietary patterns
Okay.
across Asian populations and investigate the link between diet and disease.
So we can understand the impact of traditional diets on health.
Exactly. And it's not just for academics. Nutritionists can use it to develop meal plans,
Meal plans.
culturally sensitive ones, and give personalized dietary advice.
That makes sense. Advice needs to be within someone's cultural background.
Right. Governments can also use this data for public health initiatives,
Uh-huh.
policies on food labeling, even strategies for improving food security.
Food security.
Yeah.
This could be great for the food industry too, right?
Absolutely.
Imagine a food manufacturer or a restaurant owner
Right.
with all this detail on ingredients and traditions.
They can use it to source ingredients, develop products, and even tailor offerings to different cultures.
It's like South Korea with its own rich food culture
Yeah.
is empowering other Asian countries to document and celebrate their traditions.
It's like a cultural exchange through food data.
Exactly. It's really cool to see this collaboration. Standardization is what makes this possible.
Absolutely. Without it, the database would be like a jumbled library
Oh, yeah.
with books in different languages.
That's a good analogy. So standardization is the foundation for this project.
Yeah.
But it's not just numbers. It's understanding the unique characteristics of each cuisine.
Right.
While creating a framework for sharing and comparing information.
Exactly. Celebrating diversity while maintaining scientific rigor.
And speaking of rigor, the Korean food composition table.
Oh yeah, the KFCT.
Played a role here, right? Can you remind me what that is?
Sure, the KFCT is basically the Korean version of this database.
Oh, I see.
Meticulously maintained for over 50 years.
50 years.
The RDA, who's leading the AFESI project, brings decades of experience to the table.
So they're not just handing over data.
Right.
They're sharing the knowledge and skills to make this work in other countries.
Exactly. They're training researchers, supporting them, helping them develop their own databases.
Wow.
It's a network of culinary knowledge connected by food data.
It's inspiring to see a project transcend borders and connect people through food.
Yep.
But let's take a quick pause. We'll be back to wrap up this deep dive.
Okay.
And think about the future of food. Stay tuned. Wow, this Asian food composition database has really been incredible.
It shows how food connects us. Culturally, nutritionally.
Even environmentally, it's more than numbers. It's about the stories behind the food, the traditions, the techniques, you know?
Right.
If we only focus on science, we lose the cultural significance.
Absolutely. Food isn't just sustenance. It's an expression of culture.
Identity.
This database, it's preserving something special.
This opens up possibilities. Imagine chefs using this to explore culinary fusion.
Right.
They could pinpoint ingredients from different regions, understand their flavors and nutrition, create new dishes.
Like a global pantry.
Right. And it's not just taste. This database can help us with things like food security and sustainability.
Exactly. By analyzing the nutrition, researchers can find the most nutrient-dense foods and the ones that are easiest to produce. That's important for sustainable agriculture.
And healthier diets.
Especially where there are food shortages.
So smarter choices about what we grow, what we eat, and how we minimize waste.
It connects agriculture, nutrition, and the environment.
Yeah, exactly. We've talked about the data, but what if we added another layer?
What do you mean?
Capturing the intangible aspects of food, the stories, the memories.
Oh, interesting.
The emotions connected to our experiences with food.
That's true. The database doesn't capture the human element.
Imagine, alongside the nutrition facts, there's a space for anecdotes.
Okay.
Family recipes, descriptions of social rituals.
That would be incredible.
It would become a living archive.
Of culinary heritage.
Yeah. We'd connect with food on a deeper level. Not just what we eat, but why.
What it means to us, to our families.
To our cultures.
Food is more than just fuel. It's connection, community, joy.
Adding those elements would make this database even more powerful.
I agree.
So to our listener, what stories, memories, or emotions would you share?
How would you capture your own culinary heritage?
Explore the Asian food composition database. You might be surprised by what you discover.
About the food and the cultures it represents.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Asian cuisine. Until next time, happy eating.